I like the city. It's a refreshing change from Tython.
Ah, you're here. It's a great pleasure to meet one of the Republic's finest. I read the report about your handling of Nayland Raylock on Tython. Extraordinary work for a young Jedi.
Youth is a matter of perspective. Jedi are trained from an early age to do what they think they cannot.
As I said, extraordinary. I represent Venara Kale, Senator of Coruscant. She not only speaks for our capital world in the Galactic Senate, but oversees this planet's government. Senator Kale leads the effort to rebuild what was destroyed during the Sith Empire's invasion. Healing those old wounds has been slow and painful.
The war's been over a long time. It's hard to believe we're still recovering.
Some wounds run deeper than others. This world faces many a crisis. A shattered infrastructure, a booming refugee population, whole sectors descending into anarchy. All of these hinder the rebuilding. Senator Kale believes you're specially qualified to deal with a dangerous and urgent threat. She'd appreciate the favor of a meeting. Immediately.
A great Jedi has fallen ill. She is my priority.
Keep an open mind. What's good for Senator Kale is good for Master Yuan as well. Senator Kale is the greatest leader we've had in decades. She'll not only rebuild this world, but the rest of the Republic with it. Speak to Minister Imo at the Senate Tower. Tell him you're expected. Good luck, and welcome to Coruscant.
Benmarati Ivo, semper finst Jun, Nisan, Dumul Ganyor Nord.
Thank you for coming on short notice. I'm Senator Venara Kale. Forgive my abruptness, but time is a luxury I don't possess. As you may have heard, Coruscant is overwhelmed with refugees fleeing Imperial tyranny. Many have been here since the war. The refugees took over the old galactic market sector, huddling in shops and warehouses that were abandoned during the sacking of Coruscant. They refused to leave.
There has to be a better place for these refugees to live.
We've offered to resettle them off-world, but they're demanding to remain here. As so often happens when fear and poverty dominate, a criminal element has risen to take advantage of the situation. The Migrant Merchants Guild began as a political advocacy group for refugees. Over the years, it transformed into a ruthless and murderous criminal syndicate.
As if these people didn't have enough problems. Now they're being controlled by gangsters.
These criminals exploit the very people their guild allegedly protects. They rule through intimidation and extortion. The Migrant Merchants Guild has grown increasingly hostile and violent. Their criminal enforcers have acquired military-grade weaponry. Earlier today, their thugs took to the streets. They attacked our security personnel, set fires, began rioting. We're facing an armed insurrection.
I've negotiated with hostile parties before. Put me in touch with these criminals. I'll do what I can.
Jedi are warriors as well as diplomats. If diplomacy fails, we must use force. For generations, the old galactic market was Coruscant's central trade hub. Its importance isn't merely economic. It's a symbol of the Republic's freedom. The comm channels are jammed. We've lost contact with our security forces. I need your help ending this crisis. The criminals must not win.
If there's any way to settle this dispute without further violence, I'll find it.
Do not restrain yourself too much. These men are thieves and murderers. Do whatever you must to save innocent lives from that criminal filth. Find my security chief, Captain Winborn. He'll help. Good luck.
I failed. I failed. I'm sorry. I failed. Once there were two little boys. Their names were Parkanis and something. Why can't I remember?
It's going to be all right. I'm sure you'll remember eventually. Just relax.
But I have to remember. Padawan. I'm not mad. The man in the shadows is making me this way. He brings the darkness. It's coming.
The man in the shadows. I don't understand.
Parkanis! Parkanis, where are you?
Yuan! Farron, please, see Yuan back to her room. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm Atris Finn, the researcher here. We must get to work finding a cure.
She keeps talking about someone called Parkanis. Who is that?
You don't know either? Never mind. A cure is what Yuan really needs. The problem is that the greatest collection of learning in the galaxy, the Jedi Temple here on Coruscant, has lain in ruins since the war. I believe the answer to curing Yuan is in the archives of the Temple ruins, but accessing them won't be easy.
If it will help Yuan, I'll get us the information.
The Temple's artificers created a system to sort through the vast stores of knowledge. A set of 3 holocrons that served as guides. The wisdom and personalities of the Order's greatest masters were imprinted on these guides, which they called Noeticons.
I see no need for hesitation here.
Unfortunately, we don't have the Noeticons. Not anymore. The Temple ruins were looted. The Noeticons were taken. I have a lead on one of them, but it's not in friendly hands. Republic security spotted some Gan scavengers carrying a Noeticon in the Migrant Merchants Guild. The Republic brought one of the Gand in for questioning, but he won't talk.
Being taken in by security must be quite intimidating. Maybe he'll speak to a Jedi.
The Republic officer you want is Alec Efron. He's at the security outpost with the Gand right now. And I'm working on a lead for the second Noeticon. I should have something by the time you get back. Good luck.
Honorable Jedi, a moment, please. I greet you on behalf of the great and noble Senator Dolly Burbark. The Senator sent me as his representative, though he'd prefer to be here himself. He loves to walk among his people.
The Senator sounds like a wonderful man.
Oh, he's the most wonderful man I've ever met. Today, the Senator sent me to find brave and loyal citizens to help with a security crisis. It involves his work to restore the Republic to glory by re-establishing our technological superiority.
We must have wisdom, not just gadgetry.
Exactly. Senator Bark has the wisdom and perseverance to lead us all into the future. Recently, the Senator arranged to acquire a shipment of computer chips, advanced hardware that could create whole new industries for the Republic. Unfortunately, the shipment was hijacked by the Migrant Merchants Guild. Now, Republic security is afraid to take on the Guild's thugs.
You're looking for outside help.
Exactly. The Senator says this issue is really over security's head anyways. Recovering the shipment of chips from the Guild would be a great service to Senator Bark and the Republic.
The Force guided me to you for a reason.
The Senator will be ecstatic to learn that a Jedi is assisting. To find out where the Guild has hidden the Senator's shipment, you'll have to speak with Security Captain Denel Zahn. He ran the investigation. Then return the shipment to Senator Bark's office in the Senate Tower. I'm sure he'll want to thank you personally.
In accordance with Security Force Regulation 1195, conversations with non-security personnel are to be kept to a minimum. Let's make this quick. I'm Captain Denel Zahn. Senator Bark's page ordered me to give you information regarding the Senator's stolen goods.
Where can I find the shipment?
Look, I don't work for him. If you want that information, we're gonna have to come to an understanding. Did the Senator's crony tell you where the shipment came from, or what these computer chips are for?
Now that you mention it, he didn't explain anything about the chips.
I'm not surprised. These political types like to gloss over details. The chips are from planet Ryloth. They're designed to operate remote control slave collars. Under Republic Law 4412, Rylothian slave collars and the chips used to make them are illegal in Republic space, even for senators.
Why would a senator need chips for slave collars?
To be honest, I don't know. But it really doesn't change anything. The law is the law. Our immediate problem is that these slave collar chips are spread around the Migrant Merchants Guild headquarters. First priority is get the shipment together again. After that, bring the chips back to me and I'll make sure they're destroyed.
That sounds like the right thing to do.
It's the only thing to do. Find the chips and get out of the guild warehouse. Once you've got everything, I suggest you let us deal with the shipment, not the senator.
Jedi, welcome. Welcome to the, Old Galactic Market, sir. I'm sorry, I never met a real Jedi up close.
I'm a person, just like you.
Right. Yes. Well, anyway.
This is the, Gand we brought in. He was talking about that Jedi holocron you're all looking for, but he's not exactly, talkative.
You refer to yourself as Gand. How interesting. This is your chance to distinguish yourself. Help me save a dying woman by telling me where the special holocron is. I promise no harm will come to the Gand. Who is this Lars Badig? Is there some sort of schedule that determines who holds it? So I must light the signal, then go to the warehouse.
I'll bet the signals have something to do with the Gand hierarchy. Throw up the right one and you'll get their leader.
Cut power to the whole blasted planet if you have to. We can't let those crazies take over the network.
Captain Winborn, Senator Kale said you need backup. What's the situation?
We're getting cut to pieces down here. We're not trained to fight an army of killers. These gangsters are smart, organized, clearly trained off-world. They'll kill thousands. Might even destroy the Senate Tower.
Pull your men back, Captain. Let me handle the criminals.
It's not that simple. They came here with a plan. The gangsters brought slicers to access every network node in the sector. They're trying to take over the automated speeder flight paths. They'll cause thousands of mid-air collisions. It'll rain debris on the Senate Tower like a meteor storm. No telling how many will die.
They're criminals, not terrorists. They wouldn't do this unless they stood to gain something.
Let's ask them, after we crush their army. The gangsters have armed patrols guarding the network access points. We need to push them back and manually lock down the terminals. To get enough terminals, we might just pull this off. My men will back you up. Good luck in there.
I think I understand how this works. Lars Baddick is a criminal. He stole the holocron from the Jedi. My order wasn't responsible for the barricade. Will you give me the holocron if I promise to get the barricade removed? You're stuck behind this barricade. You can only gain by trusting me. You have my gratitude.
The fractal structure requires that it be removed from...
With all respect, Master Arca, you are incorrect. The structure only appears fractal. If you view it through the lens of the Force, you...
I don't suppose either of you is going to move past your petty geometrical squabble long enough to notice we have a visitor.
What am I looking at here?
It's the Noeticon of science. My colleagues and I were chosen to represent the Jedi spirit of scientific inquiry. Mostly those to argue. The last person to use the Noeticon got so tired of hearing these two yammer, he shut us down. It was a mercy.
Wait, Master Thoris. Where is the Jedi Temple? We seem to have been moved.
I'll explain later. For now, I need information on an illness that is affecting my master.
How terrible. Come, tell us her symptoms. Perhaps we can help.
So, she claims the darkness is coming, and talks of someone called Parcanus, and her mind is most affected.
I'm afraid we've plied our extensive knowledge of biological, chemical, and technological diseases, but this illness is beyond us.
What would you have me do?
Sometimes knowledge comes through ruling out false ideas.
For once, Master Vandar and I agree. Yuan's illness is definitely not medical, but we have accessed files that bear cross-checking.
If you can find the Noeticon of Light, where Masters Noab, Nomi, and Woe guard the Jedi Order's mystical knowledge, they may be able to help.
Where is this Noeticon of Light?
We do not know. Ordinarily, it would have been connected with us in the temple, but no more.
I'm sorry we couldn't have been of more help, but it's difficult without the other parts of the Noeticon.
Find the Noeticon of Light, and seek your answer there. May the Force be with you. And remember, if you seek answers, you must always ask questions.
Look what the Wampa dragged in. I was beginning to wonder if I'd see you again. Did you get the shipment of slave collar chips?
Take these chips and destroy them, Captain.
Oh, I will. Senator Bark will be disappointed, but the law is the law, even for senators. I know he probably offered more, but I can at least give you the standard rate for your work.
I'm just glad we found them before Senator Bark did.
I'm with you on that. To be honest, I can't think of a more detestable technology. I've got a lot of data work to do now. We don't want the Senator finding any fault with the way this was handled, but you've got my thanks.
My men can't believe you took on all those gangsters and lived. You're a blasted hero, you know that? With the network terminals locked down, the speeder traffic is secure. Now, all that's left is pushing out those gangsters for good.
There was some kind of encrypted message on the network. Looks like a recording.
Let me see that. It's an old Migrant Merchants Guild code. I think I can decrypt it. Here we go.
You accepted our friendship, Senator Kale, and credits. It's time you paid us back. All we want are the housing projects you promised our people now.
Your people will have to wait their turn like everyone else. I owe you nothing. If you continue pushing me, I'll destroy you all.
Senator Kale and the Migrant Merchants Guild are at war? That's what this was all about?
Your extortion attempt has failed. My people are pushing back your little army as we speak. It's over.
Nobody breaks a deal with us, Senator. We'll have what we want one way or another.
This is way above my pay grade. I'm not destroying the reputation of Coruscant's most popular politician. Take the recording. I don't want it.
Be strong, Captain. Exposing corruption is rarely easy, but you have an obligation to this world.
I'm risking my life every second I spend down here. The Jedi can sort this out. Senator Kale has done great things for Coruscant. She's a good woman. Give her a chance. My men and I will stay down here. You should go back to the Senate Tower.
That will be all, Minister. Dismissed. Captain Winborn contacted me. You thwarted an attack that would have killed thousands. You have my gratitude. Unfortunately, you also have a holo recording I would like destroyed. Its contents will only cause harm.
Do you know how many lives have been lost because of your deception, Senator?
I thought the only life I risked was my own. I expected assassination attempts, not war. My opponent in the elections was a vile man. Lazy, stupid, and corrupt. He wasn't interested in building, only taking. I had to win. But I didn't possess as much wealth as he did. When those gangsters approached me, I accepted their donation. And I'd do it again.
Do you hear yourself? After everything that's happened, you still won't admit to being wrong.
I'm not wrong. If you'd witnessed the suffering on this world, the poverty and despair, you'd know that. I stole from those criminals to rebuild Coruscant for its people. Set things right. I'll bring the Migrant Merchants Guild to justice. You hold the power to ensure my success. Let me finish healing this world. Please, destroy that recording.
If you really love the people of Coruscant, you'll admit what you've done. Let them decide whether or not to forgive you.
You think I'm dishonest? I'm just a realist. But there's no point arguing with you. I won't force you public. I'll call an emergency meeting in the Senate. Tell them the truth. Let them decide.
Coruscant will be rebuilt with or without you. I promise to help finish what you've started.
Perhaps you should run for office. I'll see to it you're properly recognized for your heroism in the old galactic market. Farewell.
Nayanam Ramkam, Kala Amka Mani Mani, Libik Bak.
That was a fairly unsubtle attempt to get my attention. If this is true, it is my duty to unveil this corruption.
Good, you're back. Did you find it? The first Noeticon?
I talked to the Noeticon's masters. They had advice, but no definitive cure.
You actually spoke to them? Amazing. At least we're on the right track. I have a solid lead on the second Noeticon. Unfortunately, it's in Black Sun territory. They're a local gang. Pretty vicious.
What would street thugs do with a Jedi artifact?
I'm not sure. This whole situation is odd.
Jiskoliska changanga. Pumpa kumchinga. Tudo omishka kaba no tesma wetia?
This matter bears investigation.
Tuana uba kili wata pongkidanko padoga lola.
look at this. A Jedi. This is something special. Feel like I should have polished my boots. I'm Captain Theraguin. Last officer on the job here since the patrol stopped. Welcome to Black Sun territory.
What do you mean by that?
I take it you're new here. Black Sun. Coruscant's nastiest gang. They've infested this entire sector. The locals only venture out of their apartments when they have to scrounge for supplies. Now with no security forces, what future do they have? And Black Sun has a new game. Call it Boom.
I sense I'm not going to like where this is headed.
Black Sun steals Republic supply crates, takes the supplies out, then rigs the crates with explosives. Then they set the trapped crates in the street, make bets on how long before some fool tries to open them.
It takes a dark soul to do such a thing.
Didn't believe it until I saw it with my own eyes. This mousy little woman, blown to pieces. I tried to defuse the crates myself. The mechanics are simple, but Black Sun's everywhere. Nearly killed me last time.
I can handle Black Sun. I want to make things right.
Thank you. That's just what I needed to hear. Now, Black Sun's explosives are pretty simple. I can show you what to do. Anything you can do, I'll be more than grateful. But be damn careful.
Please, Doc. You gotta help me. I don't want to die.
I'm trying to help you. You need to calm down. Wait, what's a Jedi doing here?
A Jedi relic may have passed through this warehouse.
A relic, you say? Well, unfortunately, I can guess just where it is. Those Black Sun thugs. They call me in to clean up a botched operation, and I find this. They're smuggling contraband off-world. Old Jedi junk, data disks, inside people's bodies.
I want the word to go out. The Black Sun stop this, or the Jedi will stop them.
I think they got the message when their smugglers started dying.
But Justicar, those vigilantes from the lower city, one of them paid big to get this stuff off-world. Quiet-like. Especially some Noeticon. The Justicar's name, he was... Lars something. Lars Badek.
Lars Badek gave the Gand another Noeticon to keep safe. He must be behind all this.
The smugglers. I can't get the paperwork to go off-world. They're still here. Still hurting.
Those smugglers are dying, Jedi. I need that contraband out of them, but I have my hands full here.
Just tell me what I need to do.
The object I found in this man had a magnetic ID tag, which means that the Black Sun must have scanners to identify their smugglers. You should find one in the other room and grab some medical supplies. Maybe we can keep these men alive.
Please, I surrender. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
I need to get this item out of you before it kills you.
Hey, how did you know? Oh, yeah. That feels better. The thing was hurting worse than an infected fawn bite. Thanks. I owe you one, Jedi.
The wise man always seeks knowledge, for he knows that he knows nothing. Welcome, Jedi. It is wonderful to see a face so young pursuing knowledge of the light. You honor us.
My master, Yuan Par, is very sick. I'm looking for a way to help her.
How terrible that your occasion for consulting us is so tragic.
Tell us what you know of this affliction, and we will scour our combined knowledge for an answer. This is most unusual.
And very troubling.
We've searched our considerable knowledge and compared data from the Noeticon of Science.
This illness you've described, it's more like a kind of mind control.
How could anyone control the mind of such a powerful Jedi?
Well, you could ask...
No, Nomi, you can't be serious.
What is the matter, Master Wole? I think Nomi Daboda knows best of all of us.
I don't dispute her wisdom, but the Noeticon of Secrets is the gateway to dark things. If the mind is not properly prepared to face them...
I will use caution, Master Wole.
I suppose we don't really have any other options, do we?
Fear and worry are unbecoming a Jedi. The Noeticon of Secrets is not dark, though some of its secrets are. Go. Bring what we have discovered to the Noeticon of Secrets. Its masters will guide you.
There you are. The Noeticons. How is the search going?
2 of the Noeticons gave me advice. When I find the 3rd, we might have a cure.
I'm glad to hear it. But right now, I need you back at the embassy. Yuan has taken a turn for the worse. She attacked my assistant, Farron. I've managed to keep her restrained, but I'm worried what will happen if she doesn't calm down.
Perhaps Yuan will quiet down if I talk to her.
Yes, I was thinking that myself. Come as quick as you can. Yuan, calm down, please. There's no man in the shadows here.
Haven't heard an explosion in a good while. Guess that means you defused those crates.
I think I found them all. Let's hope Black Sun doesn't get any more.
We'll make sure. No more people will be killed looking for food. Now, I'm no rich senator, but let me give you a little something for taking care of this. Recognition.
A Jedi has no need of such things.
Rare to find someone not out to make a profit. You probably have other business, so I won't keep you. Watch your back out there.
I brought what you asked.
Unuk inumemnu, amka kamem, perolak palak.
Please, Yuan, calm down. Nobody here wants to hurt you.
Ah, yes, Atros, but the darkness is coming. Maybe I want to hurt you. Yes, I think I'd like to break all your bones. I'd enjoy hearing them go pop, pop, pop.
What are you doing?
It's nothing. I'm just playing with little Atros here. What's a few broken bones between friends? Want to play?
I don't want to have to fight you, but you need to step away from Atros and calm down.
Look, Atros, he wants to play. What game should we play, Atros? Shall we cut out his ears first or his eyes?
Just calm down, please.
Calm down? But we're having so much fun. But I do think it's time you played along.
That must have been awful. To fight your own master. I don't know what came over her. One minute she was placid, and then... It's more imperative than ever that we find the Noeticons. Do you have any leads on the third?
Both the Gand and a Black Sun member mentioned Lars Badig, a Justicar. I think he's connected.
The Justicars are self-appointed lawmen that police the lower city. Republic security was stretched thin after the attack, so the Justicars took over. Lars Badig is one of their leaders, near the top of the Republic's wanted list.
Like it or not, I have reason to believe the last Noeticon is in Justicar territory.
Lars Badig is known to hole up in the central tower area. Do be careful. I'll take care of Yuan while you're gone.
Excuse me, you don't look like a Justicar. I hope. The Justicars say they're protecting us from the Black Sun, that they're better than the gangs, but they're not. I hate them. You're really not one, right? I don't want to get in trouble, like Brayden did.
Who's Brayden? Are you asking for my help?
Please, can you help me rescue Brayden? He's my brother. He's only 15, but they think he's older. They say they indentured him because he broke one of their stupid curfew laws. So they lock him up all day and make him shoot the Black Sun all night. He's going to die!
If these Justicars wish to keep the peace, it will not be on the backs of children.
Thank you. Are you really a Jedi? They say sometimes Jedi appear to children who are truly in need. To get to Brayden, you'll need some special belt they all wear. It's the only way to get past the security field where Brayden is. Please, please bring him back to me.
Master Jedi,
Don't see too many of you on Coruscant anymore. Certainly not in Justicar territory. Agent Reed Gandon, Strategic Information Service. Notice anything odd down here? Like how quickly the Justicars took control? Weapons and armor don't just materialize out of thin air. The Justicars have a supplier, and it isn't the Republic. You follow?
You sound like you have your suspicions.
The Justicars were supposedly formed by Republic citizens. Fear and martial law is not how the Republic operates. Whoever's got the weapons runs the show. The SIS needs to know where those supplies are coming from. The Justicars control their own shipping dock, and I'm sure they keep records. I just need someone who can handle an ambush to get them.
Storming the docks might make the Justicars suspicious.
If there were another way, I'd be topside and long gone by now. Get those records to me as soon as you find them. You don't want to get waylaid by the Justicars.
You've got guts, Jedi. Walking into my base, stealing 2 of my Noeticons.
Those Noeticons were looted from the Jedi Temple.
You've messed everything up. They said I could rule the Justicar territory if I got them the Noeticons. Just one left, and it's theirs.
Who are you talking about?
Doesn't matter. This is my only chance. I already lost 2 Noeticons. I'm a dead man anyway. Here, take it. This whole thing was a mistake from the start.
Oh, thank goodness, a visitor. It gets so lonely in here sometimes. I would offer you a drink, but I ran out millennia ago, by my record. But we could play a game instead.
You don't look like a Jedi Master. What's going on?
Well, I'm not a Jedi Master, which would explain your first statement. And as for the second, it's hard to say. I'm guessing you activated what looked like some sort of ancient device. A holocron, maybe? And something went wrong. You zigged where you should have zagged, and you ended up here.
How do I get out of here?
Well, I suppose I could let you go, but you'd have to play a game with me first. A game of questions. Answer right, you're free. Answer wrong, and your strength becomes a permanent part of this place.
Those terms don't sound very fair, but I'll do my best.
Excellent. Such an accommodating guest. Okay, the first question. How do you catch an answer?
it out with a question.
Too obvious, I suppose. It's no fun when you get the answer right. Next question. What does the wise person know?
What is right and what is wrong? What is true and what is false?
Oh dear. Wrong answer. That means you pay the penalty. Last question. Soon this place will be overrun with enemies. What will you do?
None of this is real. These enemies will not harm me.
You are a fool. While you sit and meditate, your enemies trample you underfoot. You perish.
Like I promised, sir, the Jedi won't be a problem anymore. Now your master won't mind about those other Noeticons, right?
He might not. Only it seems your plan was a failure.
What the? But look! He's weaker! It did work!
I would have preferred if our little trap had killed you. Not that it mattered. The Noeticons are nothing on their own anyway. They wouldn't have stopped me or my master.
Are you the one who's making Yuan ill?
Yuan, is that her name? Her weak mind already bows to my master, just as you all will. Baddock, what are you waiting for? Earn my master's forgiveness. Kill this wretch.
Be careful where you walk, Jedi. The path of the dark side intersects with that of the light at many crossroads. This is the Noeticon of Secrets. We are the masters who have seen the darkness and turned back to the light.
The other two Noeticons told me you might know something about a Jedi plague.
If the Noeticon of Science and the Noeticon of Light had no answers, what makes you think we can help? We are neither doctors nor healers.
Patience, Bastila. What she means, Jedi, is that for you to consult us, this illness must be remarkable indeed.
Yes, I'm sorry. Tell us what you know about this illness, and we will see what we can find.
Yuan keeps repeating the words, "The darkness is coming."
Of course. Start from the beginning, and describe everything you've seen. You are right to consult us. It was only those things eliminated by the other Noeticons that put us on track. It's an illness the Jedi have seen before. One created by an ancient Sith named Tarek Morhage. He used it to turn Jedi to the dark side by the hundreds and leech their strength from them. In this way, he waged war on the Jedi.
Is there any way to stop it?
A Jedi healer whose sacrifice, unlike his name, has not been forgotten, developed a shielding technique to release Morhage's hold on his victims.
One by one, the healer cut Morage off from his army, the source of his strength.
Each time he used the technique, however, it cost him some of his own strength.
By the time the battle was won, the healer was weakened beyond the point of recovery. He sacrificed his life to save the Jedi Order.
Is it possible for someone to learn this technique?
The ritual is recorded in an ancient terminal in the Jedi Temple. Learning it will require the combined knowledge of all the Noeticons. If you are thinking of learning the technique, Jedi, I would caution you. Powers such as these weigh heavily on those who wield them.
But it seems your master doesn't have time for caution. For your master to survive, you must go to the Jedi Temple and learn the ritual as soon as possible.
I will go there as soon as possible.
Then we will do our best to help you learn the technique. Take all 3 Noeticons to the terminal in the temple and activate them. We will teach you what you must know. Later, others may learn the technique as well. But for now, time is of the essence.
I need to talk to you. I have bad news. Yuan's illness has begun to affect her body. She's losing strength, fading fast. Are you any closer to finding the last Noeticon?
I've found it, and the Masters have told me how to find a cure. It's in the ruins of the Jedi Temple.
A cure! At last! Just be warned. The ruins of the temple are crawling with danger. And getting there means passing through the works. They're not safe either. Be careful, but hurry. I don't know how long Yuan will last.
Your sister sent me. You're free.
Rennie? Oh, but she's a little girl. How could she... Why? Now they're gonna kill me. Quick, can you put that back? Get it working again or something?
You want to be the Justicar's captive?
I can't escape. As long as the Justicars have me in their records as a curfew breaker, they'll just hunt me down again. And if they get me for going AWOL, they'll use torture. Unless... Look, if you really want to help, go into their computers and delete my file. I'll hide somewhere. When things die down, I'll find Rennie again.
Your brother is free. He says he will find you as soon as it's safe.
Really? The Justicars were saying he'd been killed. But he's alive? Really? Thank you, thank you. You're my second best friend in the whole world.
Shipping records from the Justicar docks. This should be everything you need.
Couldn't have done it better myself. These records prove the Justicars are getting supplies from off-world. I'll transmit these to headquarters, let them chew on it a while. You've got my thanks.